RCN.
I think we're on this steep growth curve right now where the demand for all of these technologies is growing a lot.
What do I do with these huge point clouds?
Yeah.
Okay, and how can I democratize access to those point clouds?
We know change is hard, people are hesitant, there's so many new technologies.
And automatically, in real time in the viewer, we compute the best possible mesh resolution for this particular vantage point.
So the need for platforms, the need for data management, very important.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome to another episode of the Reality Capture Network. We're excited to have Dominique here. Thank you for joining us.
No, my pleasure to be here.
We're here at Geo Week together, so obviously we're focusing on all the technologies.
Yeah.
You guys and what you do. Well, let's start there. So just go ahead and introduce yourself for those that don't know you, and we'll dig in.
Okay, so good. I'm Dominique Pouliquen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Cintoo. I've been in computer graphics and reality capture for so many years.
Yes.
Okay. First through my first company called RealViz that were doing one of the first photogrammetry engine that I sold to Autodesk in 2008. Then I became part of the Autodesk team and I co-founded the Recap team in San Francisco. And then I had a chance to meet those other PhDs that created this cool compression technology. And now we made it a product called Cintoo. Yeah, that was in 2017, something
That's
like
great.
that. Yeah.
And what is, for those that don't know, what's your current focus with Cintoo?
So Cintoo is a cloud-based solution or platform that will handle all kinds of reality capture data. Okay. The problem we have been solving from the beginning is that, at least that was a problem a few years ago. What do I do with these huge point clouds?
Yeah.
Okay, and how can I democratize access to those point clouds? So the Cintoo technology is really pretty specific. We will turn this huge point cloud into compressed mesh, but still with no decimation, no impact on the mesh, on the source data quality. And the mesh that will be uploaded to the cloud will be compressed about 10-20 times, and we can stream those meshes in a web viewer. And so many impacts here. First one, your point cloud data will be much smaller in size. Secondly, you view that as surfaces, not points anymore, because the world is made of surfaces, not points. And so you navigate your point cloud as a video game, okay, basically. So the goal is really to help non-experts use this very trustful information. And the technology is such that we keep the resolution of the source data. We can bring back the mesh to the source point cloud. So when you need to distribute your point or your reality capture data as point cloud, for example, to do a scan to beam in Revit, we can do that. Okay. So this is what we do.
Yeah. So viewing the data on browser obviously is great, and people have been capturing a lot of data, so the focus has to be how can more people use it, how do we get it in more hands. Apart from viewing and maybe basic measurements, what are some of the tools or unique things that you guys are working on or problems you're trying to solve?
No, this is a good question. So Cintoo is not only a scan data viewer, it's also, we can pull models from Autodesk Construction Cloud, being Revit, Navisworks, DWG files, and so we can bring in the same viewer BIM and scans. Okay, so you get your as-built conditions and your design, and then you can compare the two. A big issue in construction industry is I would say the question is my existing condition the same as it was in the design? Okay, and I need to detect those issues and report back those issues to a model coordination platform like BIMtrack, Procore, or Autodesk. You say this is what we do. This is one big use case. Now we also move into asset tagging for the industry, like oil and gas, manufacturing, energy. They need to use this laser scan data to do preventive maintenance on their equipment. So we help them in this process.
Okay. What's your current view on AI and different technologies that we hear buzzwords being thrown about? What are some things that you're looking at maybe future for you guys?
We already released our AI engine. So in this asset tagging process, one of the ways to tag your assets is to automatically detect and geolocate and classify this information in your laser scans. So we have a machine learning engine. We've been working on it for 3.5 years now. It has been released in production. So you can ask, our AI engine, please look for all the motor pumps or all the valves, okay? So we automatically geolocate and classify is not yet a tag because you need to connect those bounding boxes with the documentation platforms or SAP or whatever, okay? But this is the beginning of asset tagging. So this is how we use AI today. We are going into a lot of this with mesh segmentation on AI. That's really key for us.
Would you say with the direction you're going and these different technologies, the tagging, the linking, are you moving to the direction of being what would be a digital twin platform or linking to live data or sensors or?
Yes, that's a really good question. We call ourselves a visual twin platform.
Yep.
Okay, because we are not yet another digital twin platform. There are many. Okay, there are mostly CAD viewers.
Yeah.
What we do, we believe that the information is in the scan. Okay, and then you use your scan to tag all your kinds of information. So visual aspect is key, and platform because we do provide APIs on SDK so that we can connect Cintoo to a complete ecosystem of other platforms. Okay, a digital twin is not one platform only.
No. Yeah.
Okay, it's a laser scanning platform like us. It's also a documentation platform. So by aggregating on making these cloud-to-cloud integrations, we are part of this ecosystem.
Yes, that's great. Okay, new question. What are some current challenges that you're facing?
Challenges that we're facing is definitely good challenges for us. We're growing as a company, so it's more how can we grow, how can we execute on the sales aspect. We're opening new regions. For example, now, starting this quarter, we have Cintoo in 7 languages. So not only English as we from the beginning, we now have French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, German. So expanding in those other regions. This challenge we have is about integration. Okay, how can we connect Cintoo in this ecosystem? Okay, we have a very strong connection today with Autodesk Construction Cloud. When we have been leveraging that for many years. Now, when you look at the digital twin ecosystem, it's much broader. It's Hexagon. It's I don't know, Siemens. It's Aviva. It's many other platforms. Okay, so we need to absolutely bring the as-built conditions into this new ecosystem. This is our biggest challenge.
Okay. Yeah, that is a challenge. Yes. What are some of the innovations, apart from your own technology, what else do you see happening in the industry that you're excited about or you're paying attention to,
Yeah, that's first, we're bringing one more innovation.
Okay.
No, we're not really. But anyway, we're leveraging this mesh-based viewer. And I think we have a mandate of democratization. So what we're introducing at this show is what we call the teleport camera. So we found that most of our users, they tell us, okay, our users are not experts, okay? They are, so the best way for them, or the easiest way for them to navigate a point cloud is still to go from scan to scan, a little bit like you go Google Street View, okay? So, of course, we have this scan-to-scan capability already in the platform for many years, and you can also navigate in full 3D. What we added is a kind of teleport, like you have in a video game. You just said, I want to be in this place. We teleport you in this place, and automatically, in real time in the viewer, we compute the best possible mesh resolution for this particular vantage point. You see?
Yes.
So then you can create as many virtual vantage points as you want, and you really navigate your scan as you would do in a VR environment. You see?
Yeah.
This is coming this week from
awesome.
Cintoo,
Well, that's great. It's great seeing new features come out.
Yes.
I'm sure you have a very creative team. How do you guys deal with the R&D or the innovation or the ideas? How do you gather, thoughts on what you want to add into your platform?
Oh, mostly by talking to customers. Okay, we have now a team of 3 product managers. We are expanding both in BIM and construction and in everything manufacturing, energy, and on the oil and gas, on everything like that. So we are gathering a lot of feedback from the customers. We have a big wish list. Of course, we try to add on top of that our own creativity. Like this teleport camera is an idea coming from us. Okay, we have been showing that to the community. They love it. So we'll see how well end users that are not experts will embrace it.
Yes.
But this is always a mix of our own vision and customer request. Okay. So this has been working so far.
Good.
So we continue on this one.
That's great. I want to hear a little bit, even apart from technology, as a leader, you're running a business, you've been in leadership roles. What's some advice you would give other companies in the leadership level when they're looking at innovation and change? We know change is hard. People are hesitant. There's so many new technologies. What would you tell other leaders about innovation and adoption and things?
I feel that the key point is, I would call it product management. So when I joined Autodesk, well, after the acquisition of my company, the first thing they offered to me when I joined them in San Francisco, they put me in 1 week training about product managers, because they know what this is about. A product manager understands, he has a vision, but he also understands how to listen to customers, on how to put that into specifications for the development team, at the same time thinking about the business you can make from it. Okay, so it's a very complex process. So you, as a leader, and I've been a product manager for Cintoo from the beginning. Now I have a team doing this, helping me. Okay, because you are not a subject matter expert on everything. Okay, so please make sure that your idea is being validated by at least a few customers. There is a way to make business out of it, and it is something that can be developed in a given time. So I don't know how to say that, but for me, if you start a team and you don't have a product manager, and you should consider other options. You see what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That does. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing it.
Okay.
What other things excite you this week? You see new technologies. What do you see in the industry happening that that you're looking forward to? What does the next 5 years look like? What does the next 10 years look like, you think, for the industry?
What I have been seeing, not only on Geo Week, but I was also at Intergeo a few months ago in Berlin. There are a lot of new ways to capture data. I think at Intergeo, I saw 30 different companies having a SLAM technology on a handheld device, including half of them coming from China.
Wow.
You see?
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to having many more options to capture. Okay, so that the data becomes so easy to capture, okay? So it's not only buying an expensive terrestrial scanner, anybody can walk around and capture good data. Of course, it depends on the quality you expect at the end of the day. Also, I can see that, for example, Regal and others, they are proposing terrestrial scans that can scan in 25 seconds.
Yeah.
So you can capture 60 vantage points in 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's becoming a competition to mobile devices, you see, with a much better quality though.
Yes. Yeah.
So I love that, because what with our mesh-based viewer, the mesh will tell you the truth about the quality of your point cloud.
Yeah.
All the outliers that you don't see in a point cloud, we will tell you on a mesh where they are, you see?
Yes.
So you cannot fake with a mesh.
Yeah.
So the better the quality you capture, the better the mesh as a resolution of the scanner. And so every new technology for capturing faster is good for our business, okay?
Yes. Yeah. And I think we're on this steep growth curve right now where the demand for all of these technologies is growing a lot.
Absolutely.
I think, we take a normal job site. Historically, there's been no scanning, and then it moved to just scanning the building once. And now we're getting to the point with sensors being faster and cheaper and more options where we're going to be scanning every day.
Absolutely.
And so the need for platforms, the need for data management, very important.
Oh, absolutely. This is how we set up our business. You know, we have a monetization. The way we monetize is the quantity of data you upload, okay, for unlimited users. So we said from the beginning, we should not monetize per number of users, because that would be a break to adoption, you know, a barrier to adoption. Now, the more data you upload, the better for our business. And that is good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a great move, because like you said, it is limiting when it's per seat. It's like companies want everyone to have their hands on the data, but if it's expensive per user, then you're like, oh, let's keep it limited. So that's a great move.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time talking today.
No, thank you.
Excited to see you again. Of course, we've had you before, and it won't be the last time either.
Of course. Thank you very much,
Thank you again.
Thank you.